shine.
You seem happy this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming in early.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local. Live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub! I'm full of water! I say hot tub! Hot! Woo! Hot tub! Gonna get you hot tub! I'm gonna make it wet! Say hot tub! Rubber dub in the hot tub! Rubber dub with me! Shall I get the hot tub? Yeah! Will it make me sweat? Yeah! Shall I get the hot tub? Yeah! Will it make me wet? Yeah!
Well. Good morning, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We have a wonderful day. Kids are back in school. That started yesterday, and I failed to mention that. Spring break is over for Bay County. And we got about about 2 more weeks? We got 2 more weeks of people coming down.
Easter's April 20th.
Probably.
Yeah,
it's probably going to thin out a little bit after.
Yeah, and I don't know what...
2 more weeks of shootings.
Yeah, I don't know what part of the country will be coming down. I think we got through the worst this past weekend. And again, I saw at the legendary J. Michael's restaurant, they were 30-something police officers down there. I think somebody was retired or getting an award or something. And love you guys, all you police officers down there. I thought about for a second. I said, I wonder what it costs to pay. I said, I did. When she told me, when Carla said there's 30, I turned my head the other way.
They fainted.
I said, no, never mind.
I'm not do CPR on them.
Yeah, I'm not good.
Speaking of police, there was a disabled vehicle at Navy Boulevard and 98 right there, underneath the bridge at that red light when I came in this morning. And I would think that it'd take quite a while to get that mess cleaned up. But I don't know what it was.
Going over the bridge or coming?
No, right underneath the bridge when you're coming off 98. You're going to turn left onto Navy Boulevard there at that light.
Everybody heading to the base.
Yeah, everybody heading to the base. And it was...
Drive slow, be careful, be patient.
It was crazy. I'm sure they expedited whatever they needed to get that cleared up, but it was going to take a while. It's backed up bad up over the bridge, so be careful.
But I tell you what, we felt really safe at J. Michael's yesterday. We always feel safe in there anyway.
Yeah.
But I again, if you see a police officer and it's a small table, you help them out. Buy them a lunch. You don't even have to tell them you did it. I always do it, then run and tell them.
Yeah, you should.
Give my business card. If I'm
Get
in
out
trouble,
the tickets that you get.
No, really.
But getting a ticket.
Think about the job they have, what a wonderful job they do when nobody listens to them. And I couldn't do that job. There's no way in the world. God bless them. Without them, it'd be crazy. And it's crazy with them.
The media's attacked them over the last 4 or 5 years, and it's kind of trickled down. You saw the disrespect they were showing on the beach, and some of these kids are surrounding their cars like they deserve to be there or something. So we need some discipline in this country, man. It's getting bad to the point where people are going to start taking stuff into their own hands, and you just don't want that.
No. Well, I will say this. The NCAA had an opportunity to do something, I think it was Friday. Didn't happen.
Shocking.
And Syracuse head football coach, and let me tell you what he said, and then I love the way he did it.
He's a good coach. In
the end, he goes, no, I'm just kidding with the NCAA. He goes, him and Dion were trying to get together and play a spring football game. We're all talking about, everybody's talking about they need more money. This has been a great deal. They'd have played at the end of the spring in Colorado. They were supposed to have a good team next year. People were excited about the program. They could have a sold-out crowd that made a lot more money, and they could have split the money with Syracuse. Come together and practice. They were even talking about, both head coaches said, look, come down and spend some time with practice together. It's like the NFL. Like they were copying what the NFL did.
Yep.
Then play a spring game, and they would split the revenue. Well, I don't know what the exact figures would be, but they were even going to do study hall together, both programs together doing study hall, because they would say, well, you'd be too much time out of class at Syracuse or something, whatever the excuse they would give.
Right.
And the head football coach at Syracuse say, you know what, 2 black coaches recommending this. I knew it was not going to happen. He said, but we should have went to Bill Belichick and got him involved in it because they couldn't say no to him. Then he goes, at the very end, everybody's really quiet. He goes, I'm just kidding, NCAA.
Yeah.
It was good.
No,
he wasn't kidding.
No. I still don't get that. I still don't get that. We're both coached. James Hale especially, Mr. Paranoid, we don't want to get our kids hurt. So unless you're playing two-hand touch with this Syracuse and Colorado, the risk is still there.
Right.
They're still going to see your players. It's still going to cost you some money to travel. Who's ever traveling, and it's going to cost the home teams expense to put it on. I just don't get it. That's just me. I just don't get it.
I think it's a good idea.
I do too.
I just don't think
the NFL's been doing it for years.
You got half the coaching staffs are canceling spring games left and right. Alabama, they're going to do it a different way. Everybody's scared to death.
But all the reasons are still there.
I get it.
All the reasons are still there.
Yeah.
It just depends on if they're going to be showing this on TV. Now, if there's no TV cameras, then that makes a little more sense to me to do an intra-squad, because you don't see these intra-squad practices in the NFL on TV. You know, there's nobody filming. They're not watching your players, or you're not, deciding lineup.
These coaches know who's got players.
Oh, for sure, 100%. So do the agents.
The same guys.
Yeah. I mean, the agents back now are like leeches all across the country trying to get NIL deals. Now with the, I guess it's the House decision that's coming up to make them employees. Everybody's just racing to get these NIL deals done, so they don't have to add that in too. So it's pretty much a mess. But I think the intra-squad practices would be phenomenal for regional type. Have Toledo come down and practice with Ohio State. It's hard to practice against the same guys every day. You guys know this, to stay motivated, to get that edge. But when you're practicing against another team, you play with a little bit more fire. There's a little bit more competitive.
They made a point, the head coach of Syracuse. What's his name?
Something Brown.
I thought it was Dino Babers, isn't it?
No, not Dino Babers anymore.
It's not? Okay.
It's the guy came from Georgia.
Okay.
His last name is Brown. I can't think of his first name.
He made a good point. He goes, look, when we go against each other in the spring, we got a chance to get 44 hurt. Because we're going ones and twos against each other. If we're going against Colorado, we got 11 defensive players going and 11 defensive players going, so that you cut down the injury list. But what I was getting at, I like the idea. If they're going to do it, if you're going to have any kind of spring game, I think it's going to go away completely. I think we're going to do exactly.
Fran Brown.
I think it's going to go away if they start a union. But if they did keep it, hey, you don't think Alabama would sell out their stadium if they're going to play, let's say, NC State?
Or Troy.
Or Southern Mississippi.
Okay.
Yeah.
They'd make money.
I'm going to throw the water on it again. This is just me talking, because I've experienced it. So you'll get the crowd the first year. But if that first time it's not a real game, it's going to get watered down. Are you going to have a running clock? Are you just going to bring people to the ground? Are you going to have the quarterbacks in black jerseys? To me, what's the difference?
They would have to do what we do in high school, I think. And this is what, if I was in charge, I'd say, here's what you guys are going to do.
I just don't get
for everybody. You want to evaluate everybody.
Right.
The first half, play your first teams.
I think it'd be full contact, because there's
it's got to be like, if you're going to charge people money.
Well, people don't understand. The spring game's
so.
just a show for the people. Yeah. Those scrimmages leading up to the spring games where they really hit, and it's intense, and that's where they decide ones and twos, who's starting, who's not. So if they're doing it,
and they only have like one or two of those anymore.
It's probably like two. Yeah. I mean, you're going to do about 3 weeks of spring practice, and you're going to hit.
And back when we played, they didn't care. Man, it was all the time. They didn't care.
Move the drill over.
Yeah. Somebody else.
Move the drill over.
So I did a way to make money and just say, here's the way we're going to do it. In the second half, we got to play. We got to get our third team and 14 people.
And the place will empty out.
Yeah,
it'll never come back. I'm not trying to be negative. I just don't see what the difference is. All the reasons that you don't want to do it are still there.
Right.
You're just doing it with another team.
I think spring's going to go away. I think the season's going to be too long.
Then you got Dion and this guy. They want it to happen. And you got other coaches don't want it.
I just think there's going to be a different version of spring. It may be like a couple practices, maybe like a spring camp where you do some conditioning, because the season's so long now. What did Ohio State play, 16, 17 games
16.
or something? I mean, they didn't even play in the Big Ten championship game, so that could have been 17.
Yeah.
So you're talking about a full NFL schedule now, going through a whole spring, going through scrimmages and then intra-squad scrimmages, and then going into the fall, about 3 months later. I just don't see it being sustained like that, especially when they get signed as employees. Once they unionize, they're going to be
that's why when the union starts, watch out.
You're just not going to see it
But
anymore.
even now, the spring games they show on national TV, the big brands, Alabama, Georgia, and Ohio State, when they show those guys in spring games, they got a running clock.
Yeah.
They don't hit.
And
they still pack it out.
Yeah. That's because those fans are crazy.
That's just a few schools.
But the purpose of it is not necessarily to make money. They don't charge. I mean, they charge like $5, $10, whatever. It's not like the crazy price.
I don't think Alabama charges.
Or they don't charge at all, So I just don't get it. Somebody's got to explain to me what's the difference between one team doing it or doing exactly what everybody says we don't want to see. Now we're going to do it with another team.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I just don't. That's just me.
I wonder if that guy from the guy who went there to Georgia to Syracuse, he has an NFL background. Because Deion was talking about, let's practice together, let's have the spring football game.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is for the fans at all, though. I think this is more to get your team ready. That's the best way to do it. I mean, it's going to be more intense practices. There's no cameras as far as I would know. I guess they could, show it on TV and charge people money. But I think this is more for what Deion thinks is, how did we do it in the NFL? What worked in the NFL? This is really beneficial to us because we're practicing against other guys instead of seeing the same guys, maybe going half speed.
The preseason NFL games, they charge money. People pay and go to those games.
Yeah, I mean, I could see an extended preseason game. I mean, season where you maybe play like a preseason, like neutral site game against somebody.
Southern Miss comes over to Alabama.
Something like that, yeah.
Let me speak to those preseason games because my sister and her husband are Cleveland Browns season ticket holders for like almost 30 years. And the thing that really sucks in the NFL, you have to take the tickets for those. I mean, that's part of your thing. If you buy season tickets, you got to get the preseason games, even if...
What?
Yeah, you have to. That has to be part of the thing.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yep, absolutely. So whether you want to go or not, whether you stay home, whether you stay for a half, you got to pay for them.
Yeah.
That's all part of the deal, part of the price.
Do you know how much NFL tickets are now? I don't have any clue.
A lot. I mean, I asked them once, but I don't remember. But it's a lot. It's expensive.
Yeah.
And at one time... Like you were talking about, you got to get your name on a list. Got to pay to get your name on a list just to get the chance to get the tickets. There was a name for it. I can't remember what they used to call it, but yeah. That's probably still true too.
But I know guys that go years back. They get season tickets to Alabama and will never give it up. And they don't go to the games. They sell and they make money off.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah,
I'm sure they do.
So it's. I know somebody that sold their Texas tickets and made a killing. I mean, I wish I had season tickets up there.
They say for your average NFL game, your average football game is $150 to $200 a ticket.
You got four people go to the game. You could be paying $800 just to get in. Yeah. That's not parking. That's not buying food.
Right.
You're right. It's crazy.
In baseball, you can get a $25 ticket and get hot dog, beer, or soda. And
I like going to. I like baseball, going watching that stuff.
Well, we used to go to a lot of the games. My dad was from Cincinnati, and we used to go down to the Reds games, Bengals games. My dad had season tickets for a couple of the years where the Bengals were good back when they had Boomer Esiason and all those guys. So we went to a lot of games then. It was fairly inexpensive. I mean,
who was the team we went to? It was downtown Fort Myers.
Kansas City Royals.
Yeah, we used to go down.
And the Red Sox and the Twins. Those are the three that I remember.
Yeah, and heck, they had good crowds. It wasn't regular season. It was spring games.
Right.
Spring games down there. And again, I hope we get a lot of people from our area get to make it to Fort Myers to the state high school championships. Anyway, Jason, what's going on? I saw Barb and Frank. I hate this stuff with the Pier Park situation. They're leaving early.
Yeah.
We have so many people that work at 360 after the shootings down there, because their condos down there near Pier Park, that real nice one. And they said, we were out at Pier Park. We left. So we're just going to head on back to this mess is over. So they're going to go back up to Cleveland, and then they'll come back in the winter. I miss them. I already miss them. Wonderful people. They said they met you. And,
they came in the store, talked to them for about 20 minutes, and really good people, too.
Yeah. Great people. Wealthy.
But I want to say this about the police. They did a really good job of getting that situation under control. I mean, we were at Pier Park yesterday. I think everything's calmed down. I think it's safe to go out there. I think they've gotten rid of the bad apples, and I think they've sent a message to the people that want to come down here and cause chaos that it's not going to be tolerated, too. So
God
I think you could be confident that you can go out there and be safe and shop and do whatever you want to do, eat. But be careful. I mean, it's a crazy world right now.
What do you got going on down there? Any kind of specials, anything? Buy one, get one free. I love that.
So we do have our NutriBio 15% off for the month of April. NutriBio has
try one.
Right. But NutriBio has all types of products: proteins, pre-workouts, vitamins, test boosters, hormone support, just everything that you need. Really good line. It's been tested, so if you're an athlete, or you get tested, it's all clean. There's no artificial stuff in it. So you come down and try our NutriBio products at our free sample bar. And then we have our meal plans that are going really well. I mean, if you want to know what to eat, when to eat it, we have our certified nutritionists on staff that can help you, guide you through that. We're actually meeting meeting with a couple people today that that we'll talk about off the air a little bit and get them going in the right direction. And don't forget about Max Fit meals if you are having trouble prepping your meals, or if you just want to grab a couple of meals for the week and not have to cook. You can go to Max Fit Meals Square at Anytime Fitness and sign up, and you can order meals directly off that site.
Let me tell you something about that. If you're worried about your kids' health, your health, you're worried about getting cancer, you're worried about diabetes, going through his plan that he's talking about, that kind of eliminates that. This is stuff that's healthy, low in fat, low in cholesterol.
Low in sugar, low in carbs.
Sugar's killing people.
Clean proteins.
Look at all the cancer going through the country.
Right.
The more I read, and I share a lot of this stuff. Cancer, if you got a kid, son, daughter, and I'm a sugar freak.
Right.
Ask Jim, I am.
Yeah, you are.
If you care about your kids' health and your own health, get off sugar. I swear, I had no idea that it feeds cancer. It feeds cancer.
Not only that, I mean, it raises cortisol levels, has a lot of damage on your heart. I mean, it increases your blood coagulation. I mean, so
messes with your liver.
Sugar is the enemy and really bad, and it's very addictive too. That's why it's so hard to get off of.
It is. You buy one little bite, you got to have it all.
Yeah.
Also, J. Michael's Restaurant. You want to wonder why it's so popular? Why would 30 police officers decide to pick out just that one restaurant? Because it's the best. Customer service is incredible. Beautiful people down there, inside and out. It's like being in a museum down there. All the things you'll see. I love the Bear Bryant Bob Hope picture. I want to take that home with me one day. He knows I want it, so I know not to take it. But the place is incredible. Go check it out. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. Today's special down there is black beans and quesadillas. But they got the best seafood, the coldest beer, the legendary J. Michael's. If you have any type of problem, and it was kind of warm in here. Now it's feeling pretty good. Steve is in air conditioning. I'm telling you right now, no one, and here we go again. It's a local guy that grew up here, that loves this part of the state, loves Bay County. Takes a lot of pride in what he does, family owned. Their number one is not even close. I'm telling you, this is who you want to go with. Get your heating and unit serviced every 6 months. It's going to save you money on your power bill. If you got an old one and all you're doing is spending money, your power bill's going through the roof, get rid of it. Call Jason, have his crew come out. They're going to sit down and tell you every single way you can save money on your power bill. In the summertime, in the wintertime, the guy's incredible. Steve is in the air conditioning, number one. We'll be right back. Wildcat, Jim, Jason, 104.3 ESPN Northwest. Let's try Rutherford baseball when we get back.
Take ESPN Northwest Florida with you everywhere you go.
Anytime, anyplace, anywhere.
The sports talk and live play-by-play doesn't have to end when you get out of the car. The ESPN Northwest Florida app streams your favorite sports talk hosts and the biggest games in ultra-high fidelity.
This is of utmost importance in travel.
Take the sports talk monster with you anywhere you go. Available for Android and iPhone.
Use it anywhere or any place.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Tuesday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a gentle breeze out of the south-southwest, mostly sunshine and 76. A variety of some clouds and slight fog tonight, about the same at 68. Tomorrow, slightly foggy in the morning and then some sun and a gentle breeze right around 11 miles per hour with a high of 79. About the same at 78 Thursday and we'll have some sun. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Have you ever met a single person in your life that enjoys paying taxes? No one does. If you can't sleep at night because you have a huge problem with the IRS, I've got some free advice for you. This service is strictly limited to individuals that owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes. And if you qualify, we can guarantee that you won't be writing a big fat check to the IRS or our services cost you nothing. The first 100 people that call today will get a free tax consultation worth $500. Stop worrying about your IRS problem. We can help you, we promise. Call the tax doctor right now. I mean right now to learn more.
800-605-4650. 800-605-4650. 800-605-4650. That's 800-605-4650.
He doesn't always go the extra mile. But when he does, it's because he missed the exit. It's the Coach James Hale Show. Live and local inside the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Guy came to his senses.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got a show to do.
Welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Drive slow today. Have a wonderful day. The weather's going to be nice. It's going to start getting warm. You need Stevenson air conditioning. The heat is coming. We're talking about in a couple days, inland could reach the 90s.
Oof.
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Take it back.
Woo, baby.
Bring back the snow.
As humid as it's been.
Hot, humid. We're welcome to Bay County. The Panhandle of Florida. All right, let's bring him on now. Coach Coffin, Rutherford High School. Coach, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Hey, were you safe? Did you mark yourself safe during spring break?
Yes, sir. Safe as can be.
All right, we're going to talk to you in a while. What did you guys do? Give us a rundown of what's going on with Rutherford baseball.
I've been playing pretty good baseball. Won 4 out of our last 5. Had another 2-1 week last week.
Good job.
Or 4 out of our last 6. We beat Sequoia from Tennessee. We beat North Bay Haven, and then we took one on the chin to Mosley on Friday. Got another 3-game week coming up, and just want to continue playing some good baseball and get ready for this district tournament.
Talk about the tournament. When is it? Where is it at? How they work it this year?
It's the week after or next. We got our 4-team district. We got Bay, North Bay Haven, ourselves, and Gaston County, and we're doing it as a satellite tournament this year. So the higher seed hosts each round. It's going to be 2 rounds, semifinals, and then the final.
Okay. All right. Let me ask you this real quick. What do you think about when this year they started the season? I mean, I can't believe we're almost done with baseball.
Yeah.
If they started the season early, do you like it this way, or do you like the way they've done it in the past for us the starting time of baseball?
I think I prefer the pass model a little better. It just gave us more time to prepare for the season, and I felt like this year was rushed for the preseason and everything. I don't know if pitchers were quite ready those first couple weeks of the season, but it wasn't too bad. I think it's gone well for us. And, but yeah, I think a little more time in the preseason would have been beneficial for us.
Yeah, I'm not sure they thought about up down there that the Panhandle weather's a little bit different than Central Florida and South Florida. It stays colder here a lot longer. But anyway, it is what it is. All right, we want to hear names. Talk about some players' names, people who are playing well for you, some of your leaders, your great attitude players. Talk about those kids.
Yeah, we've really been led by our seniors these last couple of weeks. We got 2 seniors. Connor Ward, he plays first base, pitches for us, and plays a little outfield, and hits in the 2-hole. He's been really good, a great leader, somebody the young guys really look up to. And then Javier Giarbolini, he's our shortstop, and he's been playing some of the best shortstop I've seen in a while. And it seems like every time it's hit to him, I can just close my eyes and I know it's going to be an out. So it's been having those 2 guys, and this time of year it's getting the end of their high school career, so it's kind of nut cutting time. So being led by seniors and just having those guys really step up for us and lead our team has been really, really helpful for us.
How do you feel about if you go in there, if you say you don't win the district, but if you finish second, with your strength of schedule and everything, do you have a shot at all? Is any kind of magical numbers that could get you guys in there for these prep voting and however they do it?
I think the way the rankings are looking, it's looking like we're going to have to win that tournament. I think we're too far down as of now with just this week to really catch up, because this is the last week the rankings count. So I think we'd have to go into that tournament and win it to get into the regional playoff.
All right, give me one more time. Who's your next opponent, and where's the game being played?
Tomorrow we got Bay, which is a big district game for us. they're ahead of us in the rankings and got us last time, so we're looking to bounce back and get them this time. And then we got Rickards on Thursday and senior night on Friday against Freeport.
Wow. All right, but hey, good luck to you against Bay. We'll have Coach on tomorrow talking about this game. You're doing a great job over there. Keep it up, and we'll talk to you next Tuesday, okay?
I appreciate it, guys. Have a good week.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate you, man. Coach Kaufman does a great job.
They've been on a little run, man.
Yeah, he is. He always gets them better and better during the year. The thing about it is just when you've been down trying to build a baseball program in this county, good luck. I mean, usually they go where you got one or two really good teams, everybody kind of funnels that way.
Yeah, but they won 4 in a row. They're playing Bay High, which they lost 7-5 last time, so that was a close game.
That's a good game.
I mean, for them to be in this position, that's a really good coaching job. So congratulations to them, and we look forward to seeing what happens at Bay High tomorrow. That's a big rivalry, big game. So get out there and support those guys and buy a ticket. That's how you can support these and build up these programs.
I want to talk about something that I really love. Kyle Vandergriff and his partners down there at the local 115 open Wednesday through Friday with these specials that run the month of May. All of Panama City baseball players eat free. Any coach gets a $15. Let me make sure I got this right. Gets $15. Dozen raw oysters. Local 115 open Wednesday through Sunday. Can order to go, grab and go lunches. Come watch Florida, Auburn in the in the Final Four. Watch them all the Final Four games down there at the local 115. But again, all of the city, Panama City baseball players eat free. You got Bay High School right there, Rutherford High School. So that's pretty cool what they're doing. Go check. If you haven't been yet, go check it out. Wildcat, we had a really good time down there.
It was nice. You could sit outside and, enjoy the fresh air, or you could sit inside. You could sit at a bar or at a table.
Jeremy Pridgeon, we were in there with him, and Tommy Sedemite, me and Jeremy were sitting together. He saw a couple of people that go to his church up there. So he would call them, and he'd go, hey, how y'all doing? Everything good? And they would answer, and then he goes, how's your food? How's your drinks? And the people like looking around. It was so funny. It was cool. They looked and saw Jeremy. They shook their head, started laughing. But anyway, have you been yet? You got to get down there, man.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to buy me lunch, man.
I tried that one time.
Don't hold your breath.
Yeah, I had to had to get a second mortgage on the house. I've never seen anybody eat like that. Incredible. Also, we got a new sponsor. I love Steve Bike. Steve was in here the other day.
Oh, yeah.
He's been coaching everything and helping out everywhere he can with the Bay County Youth Leagues. The guy's incredible. They sell new and used bikes, large selection of electrical bikes. Now, I didn't get this. I know you can pump them, like old-fashioned way, and then you also use the electrical thing where you don't pump them. My roommate in college, I was busting his butt. He goes, yeah, I got me an electrical bike. These things are awesome, man. I said, look, you're overweight, you're obese, and you bought an electrical bike. The part was to get in shape. He started laughing. He goes, you can do both. Yeah. He says, you got to get one of these things. So if you're looking at that, I see them in Bay Point all the time. Have you ever seen them?
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah, it looks like it'd be pretty cool. They prepare all makes, all models of bicycles, electric bicycles. They can repair it. They can do it all. Located at 1924 23rd Street across from Sam's. You can't
right across the street.
You can't miss it. They've been serving Bay County since 1979. 1979. If I'm adding that right, that's about 46 years. I think. .. 46 years.
Carry the
not
one.
From not.
Take one apple away, put that apple over there.
Kills Chris.
You're a graduate of what college?
Hey, there's Harvard of the South. I almost said a bad word. Anyway, Steve's Bike Shop. Go check it out. Love Steve. Wonderful man. No doubt about that. I'm going to get him back in here and talk some more sports also. Some of the other great people we have. Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. Love Pat Perno. City Commissioner in Haven does an incredible job.
I've seen him quite a bit. He's been coming in the store. Getting
he wants to get healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he doing pretty good?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a while. Bless his heart, he went through some health issues there for a period of time, but he's doing great now. He's doing extremely well. But Beef O'Brady's, tomorrow's the big day over there. 10 wings inside for $9.99. They got always the 10 for 10 going on. This is another great place to watch any kind of sporting event, not just March Madness, but we're talking professional baseball, basketball, you name it. Get out to Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. Lynn Haven, Beef O'Brady's. And once I'm down there, Wildcatty, where can I go if I want some fine jewelry? I love Russ. I love Amber. Where can I go?
I'll tell you what, gold's at an all-time high, and if you've got some gold you want to get appraised for insurance purposes, or maybe you want to sell it, or, trade your old gold in on a very brand-new design, one-of-a-kind, do it right now at David Adamson Designer Jewelry.
They take
Highway 77.
They take teeth.
They'll take yours.
I need some money, man.
Russ, I guarantee you, Russ, will take your teeth.
We'll be right back with the one and only Jim Barant. What's going on in Tallahassee? He'll tell you when we get back. 104.3, the home of Jason Kovaleski and Max Fitz Sports Nutrition. Be right back.
The new app from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is designed specifically for sports fanatics like you. The sports content you demand is always on. Live stream our national and local sports talk anywhere you go. Reach us on all social media. You can also be a part of the show. Call and text into our studios. Plus, up-to-the-minute weather and traffic maps. The new app from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is available at the Apple Store and Google Play.
Known for its crispy chicken tenders, flavorful wings, and generous portions, Lickin' Chicken has become a local favorite. Lickin' Chicken's commitment to quality and bold flavors keeps customers coming back for more. One satisfied patron shared on Facebook.
First time at Lickin' Chicken, and I'll return often. Man, them lemon pepper and garlic parm wings were amazing. My daughter and I devoured them. They don't short you on the fries either.
Lickin' Chicken, 1320 North Tyndall Parkway.
So you've heard the saying that if you love your job, you'll never have to work? Well, it's true.
I've worked for Brock Lawn and Pest Control for many years. The commitment to the needs of customers
and their commitment to each employee makes Brock a company I'm very proud to be a part of.
Brock's core values are also mine. Give people more than they expect and always honor your promises.
This isn't a job. It's a service to help people live a healthier lifestyle.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control. Our family protecting your family.
Reliable Copy Products is proud to be the exclusive dealer in Northwest Florida for Kyocera office equipment. Reliable Copy Products has been committed to providing professional, personalized service for the last 35 years. They understand that the right equipment does not always fall within today's budget requirements, so they offer several options for the equipment you need today for the growth you expect tomorrow. Call James Smothers at 784-6601. 784-6601. Reliable Copy Products on Harrison Avenue, just north of Bay High School.
If aliens showed up tomorrow and said, take us to your leader, you'd bring them to the Coach James Hale Show.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger.
Live from the J. Michael Studio on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Florida State. Woo!
That doesn't sound like the Florida State fight song.
It's a new fight song they just have coming out.
Come on, Wildcat.
Yeah.
There we go.
Florida State. Woo! We don't have one. We don't even have two. We have more than three. We have four newbies in Bay County. Go check out the legendary sports bars, entertainment center, whatever you want to call them. Go check them out. Glenn loves the new one over in St. Andrews. Fire pits, beautiful blue building, great facility, great time over there and across the bridge. When you're over here, head on the Newbies 2 on the Curve, watch March Madness, and Charlotte has got the best entertainment every single night for all you spring breakers. Go check it out.
Glenn Manley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you know, all them
Manley playing the banjo?
Glenn's got his Speedo on up on the middle of the stage singing a couple of his favorite hits.
Singing Rocky Top?
Yeah. Go check it out. Newbies, all the newbies. Love John. They always get back. They're wonderful people. I saw John playing racquetball Monday.
Yeah, it looks good, man.
It looks really good. All right, Jim Bob, what do you got for us today?
I'm going to throw this out here again. You always talk about seeing John, okay, and he's always doing something. Do you ever do anything when you go to these places?
He observes.
I'm taking it in.
I hear it every week. Yeah, John looks good for 60 whatever. Yeah, that's because he works out.
Awesome.
Yeah. What do you do?
He sits on the machines. He washes them with his back.
No, wait a minute. Who walked up to you and you didn't know who it was? I saw his eyes started watering. He was scared. He knew. I said, hey, boy. I said, that ain't a chair.
Yeah.
And Jason turned around real timid.
Yes, sir.
He turned around real timid.
And then I tried to get him to work out with me, but he's like, oh, that's too light of weight or something.
No, I didn't. I said, I don't want to break my back. He had like 5 plates on each side. I said, are you crazy? That would break my back if I did that. It would. It would have crushed me. I said, ain't no way I'm doing that.
Like a pile of powder.
But I did. I tried to intimidate him. All he did is turn around. He laughed. He just laughed at me.
Oh,
anyway,
my gosh.
We have a good time down there. Anyway.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right.
Good place.
All right, James Hale. For the second consecutive week, Florida State is the highest non-SEC ranked baseball team in the D1 poll. They're still at number 4, and yes, everyone ahead of them is from the beloved, the one and only SEC. Okay? We don't care about them.
Boo.
Woo,
all right,
baby.
Now, in this last weekend, Florida State took 2 out of 3 from Notre Dame. They got spanked the first game, 16-9. I was kind of surprised by that. And then they were rained out on Saturday, and a doubleheader on Sunday. They won both those. So on the season, they're 23-4. They're doing a great job. 2 of their better players got the ACC Player of the Week. I'm going to talk about them real quick. They're both doing really well this year. Their shortstop, Alex Ladis, who's a junior shortstop from Bartram Trail in St. Augustine. For the 4 games between the 25th and the 30th of last month, he hit .500, had 8 RBIs, hit 4 home runs, hit for the cycle, and had a walk-off grand slam against the Gators. So that's a pretty good week. And for those who don't understand what the cycle is, if there's anybody out there who doesn't understand what hitting for the cycle is, that means you got 4 hits, single, double, triple, home run, which obviously doesn't happen very often. You're lucky once in your career that you ever get that.
Yeah.
But he did it the other day against the Gators.
He walked off a home run, too.
Yeah, and a walk-off in that same game, a walk-off grand slam. So that's a pretty good day's work.
Lightning striking right there.
He's also leading the ACC in batting average at .466 after that's over 27 games. So it's not just a small sample size. He's got like 12 home runs, too. So he's having a phenomenal. I don't remember him being that good last year. So he's obviously taking advantage of it this year because he's having a great season.
Yeah.
All right, another one of their Florida State players was the co-player of the week, is their left-handed starting pitcher, Joey Volini. He's from Tampa. He had two consecutive games where he pitched the whole game, complete games. So if you know anything about baseball, college or pros, that hardly ever happens anymore. Go 5 and get him out, and to get all the relief guys, right, left, back and forth like marching, right, left. But he's 7-0 on the year. Beat Notre Dame 4-2 in the first game of the doubleheader the other day. He's, like I said, he's 7-0 on the season. He's leading the ACC in wins, in an ERA, innings pitched, and he's second in strikeouts. So he's having a really. If I didn't mention, he's a left-handed pitcher. It's always good to have left-handed pitchers. We also mentioned earlier in the year there was a left-handed pitcher from Mosley, Hunter Rowan, I think, who's only pitched in 5 games. So he's either hurt or he's just a short guy because he's only pitched like 2.2 innings or something like that in those 5 games. So maybe he's one of those guys that bring in a pitch to one batter.
Right.
And it's a long season, so as it goes along, I'm sure he'll get more work. Now, coming up for Florida State, today they've got Jacksonville University, the Dolphins, in Tallahassee, 5 o'clock our time. It seems like when I look at these teams up, they play all their games at home. Florida State plays like 85% of their games at home. And the Gators are the same way, and I'm sure Alabama, they play everything at home, which is good for them, I guess. Then they have Friday, Saturday, Sunday against Wake Forest.
Wake Forest's pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah, they were real good. They were real good 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then next Tuesday, a week from today, they get the Gators again in Gainesville. So they've had, I think, one in Tallahassee, one in Jacksonville, one in Gainesville.
Didn't they lose at home and they won in Jacksonville?
Yes.
Okay, so this is for
so this would be, like the
state championship.
State championship.
Yeah.
So they're obviously doing very, very well, and that's no surprise. 23-4 in the season. So they're doing.
They got one of the best pitchers and position players in the country. The shortstop that we talked about in that pitcher that you're talking about, leading the ACC in innings, strikeouts, 7-0, 2 complete games. I mean, and you got a kid that hit for the Cyclone, walked off a grand slam home run. I mean, they got some talent. This is a legit threat to win a national title this year.
Yeah,
so.
they're doing better than I thought. I knew they'd be good.
Right.
But they're doing better than I thought.
But to be able to hire him away from Notre Dame and to have this success, that's a home run hire.
Hey, Greg Bernicki gets what he wants. Him and Bill Allen wanted it, and they got done.
They did a good job.
Yeah, give them credit where credit's due.
Now they need to get that.
Now they'll get rid of you in a heartbeat. Both those guys will turn on you in a heartbeat. You've got to win.
They better beat Alabama this year.
So what about let's turn the tide. See what I did there? Turn the tide.
Love it.
Alabama.
I know you'd come across
Alabama and Florida State game 1. So what's happening there?
Man,
is the stadium going to be ready?
Yes. Tommy was there. He actually met with the head baseball coach, spent some time with him. They went through all the facilities there. It was him, his nephew, whoever was, big-time buddies with the AD. And, yes, the stadium will be ready, no problems. They're going to go ahead and lay the sod. They got huge trucks and everything in there right now building the new complex, but once that's done, they go in there, lay the new sod. I thought he said in July that's when they're going to put the sod in.
And the game's in August?
Yeah, they're not going to plant it, they're going to lay it, so it'll be ready to go. They know what they're doing.
Good for them. I mean, I'm excited to see the new version of it.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see if reducing the number of fans is going to work for them.
Did they do the NFL model? Let's make it smaller and charge more money and make more money. Yes, they did, and they will make more money.
Yeah, with those suites and the high end, whatever they call them, box seats or whatever, they're going to make a lot more money. But you're also going to reduce the amount of people in the stadium, the loudness, and some of that stuff. So I'm interested to see how that works out for them.
Yeah.
Because if it does, you're going to see a lot more teams going to that.
Tommy looked into the tickets, and of course, there was a couple sections that were lower than this, but on average, just on average now, $800 to get in.
Whoa.
The Alabama.
Taking us, Papa?
For one ticket. Yeah. Alabama, Florida State game. I'm not. Julie wants to go big time, but no, I will not pay that.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime to go support the local Florida State Seminoles and watch your Alabama Crimson Tide, Daddy.
Absolutely. I will be there supporting both of them.
Thank you, and I'll take one of those as well.
I will see the Max Fit Sports Nutrition want to be a sponsor of that ticket.
Yeah, I will. You just buy it, and I'll sponsor it.
Yeah, you sponsor you, but you buy the drinks and food and everything.
Speaking of that Carolina, and I'll buy the drinks.
I'm telling you right now, Alabama's got to have a good year this year. And you're going to see they were pretty good. The fans were really good this past year. He has a bad year this year. That game's huge for him. I don't know which coach is on the bigger game for DeBoer at Alabama week 1 against Florida State or Norvell at Florida State. Gus Malzahn has always had success against Alabama Crimson Tide and Nick Saban. I think it's a good hire. At first, people were like back and forth on him being the OC. I think it's a good hire because you're going to see something you don't see every day. You're going to see a little bit of option. If you could still have linemen downfield, you couldn't stop his offense. But they changed it. They started enforcing the rules.
The Saban rule.
Yeah, the Saban rule. But I love the one play he has. I talk about it all the time. He's going to either give the dive, he's going to run it, he's going to pitch it, or he's going to throw to the wide receiver that just ran past your corner that's trying to stop the run.
Or you can follow him right up the gut with the quarterback, too.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If you got a quarterback that can run and throw, your offense is going to be pretty good. They're going to put pressure on defense.
I definitely think this is probably equally as important. I mean, if Norvell loses this game and they start off bad again,
it's got to be competitive for both of them.
For sure, yeah. I think Alabama's probably a little bit more talented. I think they're expected to win because of everything they're bringing back. And, DeBoer, to me, if he wins this game, it's going to springboard them. I think they're going to have one of the best defenses in the SEC next year. Their running game should be good. With Grubb coming back, I think this is going to be a tough game for Florida State to win.
And what do they always say? We always talk about when you go play on the road, you win with defense and the kicking game. You better win both sections of those.
Right.
Or you don't have a shot at it. The offense ain't going to get it done. You've got to play great defense and win the kicking game on the road. And Alabama does have 8 starters back on defense.
No, I will say this about Norvell. They need to come out and compete. Last year, there was times they didn't compete. They just looked, they had no leadership. That's the one thing that's got to change. That culture's got to get back to 2 years ago where, you had to kill them to beat them. I mean, there was games they were in dogfights, but they found a way to win. So they got to get back to that type of culture. And if you don't see that against Alabama, then it could be a long, long year.
Well, I tell you what, it's not a long, long year. We got Dr. Ward, so we can do whatever we want. We can get out in that sun. We can protect ourselves. We can listen to him and do the things he says to protect our skin. But if you have an issue, he's got offices throughout the Panhandle of Florida. Dr. Ward's incredible. Call, make an appointment. Don't put it off. 5 minutes can save your life. You can listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. I don't know if he's going to go to the national championship game or not, but we'll find out tomorrow what's his thoughts on that game.
Auburn's scaring me though.
If you're a female out there right now, Jason, we all know breast cancer is just exploding. Yeah. I mean, the numbers are. One time it was 1 out of 10. Now I forgot what the number is. It's down lower, a lot lower than that. Women have to worry about breast cancers. I'm telling you, what we're eating, sugar will kill you. The other thing they have to worry about is skin cancer. That's the 2 of the things that women really have to focus on. So these tanning beds, you got to get your head examined. You do not need to be in a tanning bed. I found out how bad that was. That's scary.
Yeah.
You do not need to get in there. But if you have any kind of problems, you go see Dr. Ward. We can't tell you enough. Go let this guy check you out. He'll take care of you. And his office throughout. If you listen anywhere in Northwest Florida right now, Dr. Ward has an office for you. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill. 2 great locations now. Go check it out. You'll love it. We had a little get-together. We had my whole family was in town. Jamie, Jerry, Mariah, Lorelai, Leighton, Johnny, Julie, and all of us. We went down there and had a great time listening and watching the games, having great music, and having great food. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill. And we already talked about the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant, the best seafood, the coldest beer, and great service. Oh, my God, I love the people down there. It's my second home. J. Michael's Restaurant. Max Fit Sports Nutrition, one of the greatest men I know, Jason Kovaleski. If you want to get in health, you want to be healthier, it's not just work. You cannot outwork a bad diet. You've got to eat right. That's one thing I have never done. I'd work hard, and I think that's what kind of saved me from being diabetic. I used to jog all the time and walk. But now that you get older, you really got to watch what you eat. Go spend some time with Jason. You have a son and daughter that you want to get a scholarship, get an edge. You want to get bigger, stronger, faster, go see the man. He knows everything. The guy's incredible. Max Fit Sports Nutrition, 2 great locations. And we also talked about newbies. Thank you, John Sharp, for that Florida State update. And we'll be right back. Thank you for the music, Wildcat. Great job.
I did it right this time, man.
About time. 104.3 ESPN. You're the best. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Your home for college basketball. ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Auburn Tigers advance to the Final Four. This Saturday, it's the Florida Gators versus the Auburn Tigers. Final Four coverage starts at 2. Tip-off at 5, right here on your home for the Auburn Tigers and the Final Four.
And count it on the 3.
War Eagle. ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Tuesday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a gentle breeze out of the south-southwest, mostly sunshine and 76. A variety of some clouds and slight fog tonight, about the same at 68. Tomorrow, slightly foggy in the morning and then some sun and a gentle breeze right around 11 miles per hour with a high of 79. About the same at 78 Thursday, and we'll have some sun. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Ellis Agency Insurance has been serving Panama City and Bay County for years. They offer a full line of affordable insurance coverage of all types. Many people are attracted to Ellis Agency Insurance because of their friendly, knowledgeable staff. Call independent agent Johnny Ellis for a true comparison of your personal or business insurance. Ellis Agency Insurance at the Old Cullen Insurance location, 1134 Harrison Avenue, across from Dandy Donuts and Deli. Call 763-1627. 7.
Do you want to eat like a local? The Local 115 is now open. Local drinks, local sports, and local food. Delicious oysters, crab cakes, steamed seafood, gumbos, salads, paninis, wings, wine, and cold beer. Nothing fried. That's right. No fried foods at Local 115. Amazing local food with an exciting local sports and mural theme. Eat like a local at the Local 115. 115 Harrison Avenue, downtown Panama City.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
I'm not prepared. I really am not prepared at all. I hope you won't judge me on one email I sent 10 years ago.
My apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Great job, Wildcat. That'll pump you up. I'm pumped. Up. Hey. 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 Welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest. Well, we are home of March Madness. Listen to all the games right here, and we're getting here closer and closer. First game will be Saturday. It will be the Auburn Tigers versus, well, I got to bring this back up at 8:15, so I'll shut up. Auburn versus Florida. Listen to it right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Turn the volume down. Watch it on TV, but listen to Andy Bertram. He does an incredible job. Jamie got to talk to him in Atlanta when Auburn beat Michigan State. And don't forget, too, you listen to Orlando Magic right here on 104.3 ESPN. And speaking of 104.3 ESPN, the Underdogs, David does a wonderful job with them. He's incredible. But yesterday, we're down at Publix. I had to go get some green tea. You told me green tea was good for me, so I got green tea. I got it's called Diet Green Tea, no sugar, and I've been drinking that. That's good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was getting that, and I also bought some, had no fat, no cholesterol, these little white round crackers, and Reese's peanut butter. Anyway,
waiting for the chocolate.
Yeah. No, I didn't have any chocolate, but it did have peanut butter. My mother's diabetic. Peanut butter. I used to eat peanut butter.
Peanut butter is great for you. It's got good fats. It's got good sugars. I know people are like, oh, I thought you said sugar is bad. Well, there's some sugars that are decent for the body.
You cannot buy anything without sugar.
Right. Yeah.
You go show me something that have sugar. They got something else in there. Okay.
It's the high fructose corn syrup and the artificial sugars that are really killing people. Yeah. And you know, peanut butter has natural sugars. It's good fats. It's got protein. Right. So it's a really balanced, nice snack for people to eat.
Yeah. So I got that. But anyway, I saw there's a lot of people there, Jim, and they're checking out. I see this two studs there, and I go, hey, aren't you Ryan Movey? ESPN Radio.
Superstar.
And people stop and they look, and he kind of smiles. And the guy goes, what's he do? I said, that's Ryan Moe. He's a celebrity. ESPN Radio. He goes, wow.
You should have went up and asked for his autograph.
I couldn't get to it.
Shirt, man.
His son was in between me. But anyway, he looked good. He looked really good.
Yeah.
Him and his boy. His boy's going to be a stud, man. Yeah. His boy is an athlete. He is something special. We got a caller. You talking about something special. We got a special caller right here. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. How you doing?
I couldn't be better. Who is it? I heard
who it is?
Is this Big Jim from Arkansas?
That's it.
Jim, you talk about, baby, the SEC let me down. 50% is all we got.
Oh.
Well, we talked about that last night, and so I looked up the stats, and all the stats say it's going to be Duke.
All right. Tell us why.
In Florida.
Why? Why do you say that?
You there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do you think that's going to happen?
Well, I'm going by the stats, and that's why I call it mystery madness. It's whoever shoots for Duke in all categories beats Florida, almost all categories.
Well, if Auburn was 100% healthy, I'd feel better. But I picked Florida 2 weeks ago to win it all. But I'll be honest with you, I did not realize how good Duke was. That big monster. They got two huge guys, and they can play. I forgot their names, but they're really good.
The center's
Did you watch Duke?
No.
They they made Alabama look like a JV team.
I think people think it's just Cooper Flagg, but they got three lottery pickets on that team. Yeah. One's a 7'1", 7'2" center. He's phenomenal. And then that
center's
guard.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and Cooper Flagg's so efficient. He doesn't make bad plays, doesn't take bad shots. I mean, he scored 30 points on like 7 of 12 shooting, rebounds. He's 6'9". I mean, the kid can dribble. I mean, when he played with the Olympic team last year, you had Kevin Durant, LeBron James say, this is the guy. You know what I'm saying? And that's usually not something that they endorse. But I think Houston's really good, though. I think they're underrated. Their defense, because that's a good Tennessee team. They were coming into the tournament playing really well on
15
offense.
Points.
They shut them down the first half. And if you watch in their scrambles, a lot of teams will lose a guy. They go to the right guy almost 100% of the time. And you know, they're so long on the interior, blocking shots. I think they got the 4 teams right. I think this is going to be a phenomenal Final Four. I think Auburn's playing really good. You know, if you looked at the last 3-4 games of the season, you're like, that's kind of a weak seed. But the way they played through the tournament, the way they dismantled Michigan State, because Michigan State's a really good team.
Hello?
Yeah.
I'm still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear us?
But I think Auburn's...
but if you look at Florida, they played really, really bad.
Right.
And usually after they play really, really bad, they play a good game.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I'm just looking at it. I'd rather see SEC. You know I'm an SEC man.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, I am too. Let me ask you this, Jim, though. That big center that we were talking about for Duke, well, Alabama, they couldn't even shoot underneath. They couldn't shoot the threes. He changed the game. You think Florida's going to have a hard time with him?
Yeah, well, that's the problem. And then also, in my belief of basketball, you also have coaching errors too. You know. Like, and I'm not saying this because it's Arkansas, but in the Arkansas game, all he had to do before it went into overtime was foul that guy.
Yep.
And he would have had a 1-and-1, but they let him go down and shoot the 3, and he made it and tied the ball in.
Yeah,
you're right about that. Yeah,
so you got to watch. You know, you got to watch out for that kind of stuff. If it's getting down to a close game and you don't guard the hot 3-point shooter, you're going to lose.
Well, Jim, I tell you what, you did your homework right because Vegas has the exact same thing you're talking about. Duke, the odds to win the national championship, plus 105. Florida second, plus 270. And Houston, Jason, was plus 400. Auburn's plus 500. So both of you guys are right.
I'm a little worried about Janai Broome.
Well, I like Houston, too. They're the mystery team for me. That's why I call it Mystery Madness. They're the mystery team for me.
Yeah, they looked good the other day, though.
Broome's healthy, though, man. Auburn's playing so good. On the
they
interior,
play as a team.
They can't stop Broome on the inside, and Michigan State's got some dudes in there that can defend on the interior. The main thing they got to do, they got to shut down Walter Clayton Jr. You cannot let this kid have any space. I mean, he's had 30 points, and you give him an inch, he's shooting, and he can hit big shots. I think if you take him away, then Auburn's got a chance. Duke's so balanced, it's hard for me to believe that they don't beat Houston, even though Houston's really good. So it's going to be Duke and maybe Florida, but don't.
Well, Cooper Flagg is going to be the key to the game, I think.
Yes, sir.
No doubt about that. What about you, Arkansas Razorbacks? How are they going to do next year in basketball? You think he's going to bring some big-time players in there? Who's going to leave? Have you heard anything yet?
No, I don't think. I really don't think we're going to leave anybody. Booger's going to be back, but the problem. Booger already there's no reason for him to leave. He's getting $5 million a year now anyway.
Wow.
So there's no need in him leaving, trying to go anywhere. I don't think anybody wants to match that money. And so I think Calipari's done a phenomenal job. He come there with one player. That was Blake. Blake Senior that probably only played maybe in his senior year. He probably only played maybe 10 minutes a ball game the whole year. So. You know, it's what you can buy.
Yeah,
you got that right. Well, Jim, buddy, thank you for calling. We'll talk to you tomorrow or whenever you call back. We appreciate you. God bless you, and you take care of yourself, okay?
Okay, good country, Coach.
Big Jim, Arkansas Jim. He does a good job.
They had a really good year, man. I hate that they lost that game at the end because
I got to get Jim up with Chad Mitchell.
Yeah,
Jim's back's been bothering him, knees been bothering him, so I got to make sure Chad gets up with him. Jason, I want to talk more about Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Tell everybody exactly where the stores are.
So we're on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village, where Taziki's, Black Sheep Armory, Granny Contrails are. I'll be there 10 to 4:30 today. So if you want to come in, get on our InBody, talk a little bit about a meal plan, and try some products out, just come down and see me. We also have Evan. I do want to give a shout out to Evan. Evan tied a state record in weightlifting the other night. I think he cleaned 335 it was, and tied a state record for 169. He works for me at...
Who does he live for?
Bozeman. So Evan Ernest. Yeah.
He cleaned how much?
Good job.
345 or 335, I believe, at 169. So
that's pretty
really
stout.
good.
Right
yeah,
there.
Really good.
and then I think he got 345 on the bench too. So he's trying to hit that 700 number, which he might be able to do at state. But he works for me. He's a tremendous kid. I mean, he works hard.
Your products.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got him on our high school stat with the complete mass, the creatine, and our leg day. That's really good. So shout out to him. But he's there from 4 to 7 every day. He helps a lot of the high school kids and talks to them about what he does and how he's getting an edge in sports and stuff like that. So, but we're also in Pier Park North. You got Kay out there. You got Melanie Bland out there. Lyle, excuse me. But she's done a phenomenal job. She's a certified sports nutritionist. She works there at Pier Park. Her husband's an IFBB pro, so she has a lot of knowledge about dieting and supplementation as well. So you can go to either location. We've got our InBody 570, but we have the free sample bar. That's what people don't understand. We actually let you try products for free. If you want to take a pre-workout to the gym, try it out, you can. You don't have to pay anything. So just come down and try some of our products out for free.
And don't forget the legend, Chad Mitchell, every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. People come from everywhere. Just have this young man operate on him. He's incredible. Any type of injury, anything that's bothering you, ankles, knees, joints, shoulders, you name it, back. You call Chad Mitchell, make an appointment. You can listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida from 7 to 9. The guy is a local legend. 26 years on Bay County sidelines. The guy's incredible. Patrick will be in here every Monday, 8:30. Turf Pro Pest Control. You want that house in your yard look absolutely gorgeous? He can make it happen. They also pest control. They can do it all. Patrick is incredible. Every Monday, 8:30 right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Now, I love Kyle Vandergriff. They got the local. We all know about the local 115. Downtown historical Bay County. It's like a Hall of Fame restaurant, Bay County Athletics. It's unbelievable. Go check it out. You'll love it. But I'll tell you another thing he does. It's unbelievable. Everything that guy does touches a goal. And I get it. His mother and dad raise a genius. They raise a great young man. And they do TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. They design, they build, commercial, residential. They can do it all. They can do anything you can think of. They can get it done. And they get it done correctly. They do an incredible job. If you want a roof, if you're thinking about getting a new roof, if you got any kind of damage to your roof, don't think about anybody but Kyle Vandergriff. You go with TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. TK Vandy Roofing, incredible. Steve's Bike Shop on 23rd Street. Go check it out. We think you'll love that. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Fans, let's hear it.
This is an open three.
You've earned this one. ESPN Northwest Florida is your spot for the SEC champion Auburn Tigers. Congratulations to Coach Pearl and the Auburn Tigers for a historic season. And we're not done yet. The madness is just starting. Listen to the Tigers plow through the tournament right here. ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Tuesday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a gentle breeze out of the south-southwest, mostly sunshine and 76. A variety of some clouds and slight fog tonight, about the same at 68. Tomorrow, slightly foggy in the morning and then some sun and a gentle breeze right around 11 miles per hour with a high of 79. About the same at 78 Thursday, and we'll have some sun. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Are you looking for a place to take a leak? Do you have a truck, tractor, or other hydraulic equipment leaking or not performing as it should? At Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, we can get you back to work. Do you have a busted or leaking hose? Hydraulic cylinder or pump needing repair? If competitive pricing and a quick turnaround are what matter to your business, come see us at Reliable Hydraulic Solutions. Or you can give us a call at 850-326-3000. Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, 6840 Highway 77 in Southport. The best place in town to take a leak.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe. Powered by Panama City Toyota.
And that's out of the ballpark.
ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Would you sell your business if the price was right?
Ready for a change? Want more time for family or just not enjoying it anymore? First Choice Business Brokers of Northwest Florida can help. Connect your business with serious buyers locally, nationally, and internationally while keeping the process confidential. Get a free, no-obligation business evaluation today. Call Natalie Kessler, broker, First Choice Business Brokers of Northwest Florida at 850-588-1025. First Choice Business Brokers of Northwest Florida is an independent franchise of First Choice Business Brokers Incorporated.
A beacon of light to many and an inspiration to all.
These men need inspiration.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels studio.
They're motivated by Vicodin and Road Skank.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Alabama update is brought to you by the best company in the business. That's Stevenson Air Conditioning. They do an incredible job. No one does a better job than Stevenson Air Conditioning. They're there for you anytime, day or night. Jason, you've dealt with Jason's Stevenson Air Conditioning.
Yeah.
They're incredible.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They save you a lot of money, too. I mean, just by having more efficient, air conditioning unit, heating unit, you're going to save money on your power bill. Mine went from like 4 something to like 2, low 2s. Now it's in the maybe high 100, 150, 170, but that alone's probably saved me $3,000 or $4,000 over the last year or two. So that just pays for the unit itself.
Yeah. Now, I was just told that that Local 115, this is for the Little League players, that you show up over there, Little League players, and I'll get more information on that. My secretary is supposed to have this stuff completely where you couldn't make a mistake. And obviously, either she didn't do a very good job explaining it, or the guy doing the advertising, like me, didn't do a very good job of reading it. Which one could it be?
You reading?
I'm still playing left field in Little League, so I
am too. Yeah. Hey, I'm a Little League player. Good job, Jason. I'll remember that. Anyway, but Stevens, I'm telling you, this is one of the greatest things. When you hear people say this, you know it's working. And I'll say it again, and this is working for Stevenson Air Conditioning, and it works for you. You know it works. But when I was walking out of I was walking in, and they were walking out, J. Michael's restaurant, and the guy goes, "Hey, listen to you, yeah, I think." He goes, "You're right about Stevenson Air Conditioning."
Yeah.
He said, "I've been going with another, I forgot the company's name, and I wouldn't say it anyway, but I think he bought it from them, been using them." So I called them, and they told me it's going to be a week before they can get to me. He said, "I did what you did." They were out there the next day. He said, "My God, they did a great job." And it wasn't a big deal. I thought it was something huge. It wasn't. It didn't cost him hardly anything. He goes, "You're right, everything." He said, "They got a new customer, me for life."
Yeah.
So that's, I'm telling you, you want to work with good, honest, hardworking, wonderful people. That's Stevenson Air Conditioning. They're incredible, man. I swear by them.
They deal with locals, because they're the ones that's going to give to the high school football teams. They're the ones that give to the Little League teams.
He grew up here, like you.
Right.
Yeah, unbelievable. Locals taking care of locals. That's Stevenson Air Conditioning. Alabama Crimson Tide baseball team. You know what? I'm getting pumped up a little bit about baseball. I'm not going to get too excited yet because it's still early in the year. But we have made improvement. We spent $55 to $60 million 4 or 5 years ago in the baseball facility. If you've ever seen it, it's gorgeous. Yeah. I mean, it's really beautiful. Right outside where the Malmore complex is.
Are y'all still betting from the dugout?
Huh?
Are y'all still betting from the dugout?
We cannot talk about
Direct
that.
line to Las Vegas.
We can't talk about that on air. But they're doing a good job. They're 25-4 right now. They're 6-3 in the SEC. 16-4 at home. They're 5-0 on the road. They're 4-0 at neutral sites.
Nice.
Today they play at 6 o'clock. They got Sanford. Should win that ball game. This is how it's going for Alabama. We hadn't been in the top 10 in a long time. Alabama baseball D1 poll. Alabama's ranked 8th in the nation with the D1 poll. Now, the USA Today coaching poll, Alabama's also ranked 8th in the country. So you're getting recognized by your peers, the coaches, college coaches, and USA Today. The D1's a really good poll also. So I think they're pretty good. We'll see as the year goes on. They beat Oklahoma last week. They won 2 out of 3 there. Sooners have a pretty good baseball team, so hopefully this is going to be really good.
Once you get in the meat of that SEC schedule, you'll really know. Yeah. There's no easy weeks, no easy series in that league.
No, they're not. And the weather's really nice. I'm going to tell you another thing. If you've never been to Hoover, Alabama to go watch the SEC championship games, the tournament, it's not expensive. And you see some of the greatest fans. I'm going to tell you what, Mississippi State's got great baseball fans, Ole Miss, but nothing like LSU. As we all know, there's nothing like LSU. They'll party with you. They'll feed you. They tailgate outside the stadium like a football game. That's when the game starts.
Right.
But Texas is going to be there. Oklahoma's going to be there. We're going to be up there 3 or 4 days. I want to see all these teams play. It's really cool. I'll never forget, Jim, I'm sitting up in the press box. James, we got up there, and they feed you like you would not believe. But anyway, this is no lie. I'm pulling and clapping, and you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to do not show any emotion up there because you got everybody from all over the country up there. But anyway, it was Arkansas playing Alabama, and I thought Arkansas was Alabama because the uniforms look almost exactly the same.
Wait a minute. That's for Alabama.
I'm telling you.
So he was cheering for Alabama, but cheering for Arkansas.
So Jamie goes, she goes, Dad, that's Arkansas. Look, the A is different. I look. I went, yeah, I knew that. I'm good. I can't see that good anymore.
I like supporting all teams.
Yeah, that's right. But anyway, all right, I want to ask you guys about this.
Oh, my God.
Now, they won't give their name. This is from an NFL GM saying that Milroe is way better than people think.
Can I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's my take on this, okay? When all these guys, I don't care what college you're from, when you go to the Underwear Olympics, which is the combine or your pro day,
right,
it's almost impossible to look bad.
Right. Especially when you're that type of athlete.
Yeah. Anthony Richardson looked like Superman, too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying, I saw that. I didn't read it, but I saw the headlines. Yeah, Milroe is going to be impressed. He's going to run. He's got a great arm.
4.374.
Can throw the ball a bazillion yards. But like I always say, the other way, when you have questions about, turn on the film, okay? Turn on the film.
100%.
But. Right. Turn the film on.
Turn the film on.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. We're playing football, so you should watch them play football.
It's not Underwear Olympics,
Run the 40. Now, I think he could be a tremendous, kind of gimmick quarterback, but also play some running back, play some slot. I don't know if he wants to do that, but he's a tremendous athlete. He was probably one of the best running backs in all of college football.
Oh, no question.
I mean, if you watch him run the football, his vision, his cutting ability.
He's a great runner.
He is. Runner. I think he could be a tremendous running back. I don't think he wants to do that, but you can also use him in some wildcat. I mean, he's not the worst though in the world. He just doesn't process the information as fast as you want to get from a guy
let me ask you both
elite
this.
Quarterback.
Let me ask you both this. Jalen Hurts at Alabama. Tuck the ball, spin to your right, run.
Yeah.
He had a problem with it. He goes to Oklahoma. He improved. Now everybody goes, well, why couldn't Alabama coach him up? I don't know. I know one thing. Number 13, they coached him up. He looked totally different. He could sit in the pocket and throw the ball. So I was really hard on Alabama coaches back then. The more I thought about it, and we look at Milroe, it's kind of the same way. He's faster than Jalen. He's not as physically strong, but he's bigger than Jalen. So could he be developed into a Hurts? Could he one day be that good? If it was me, I'd say, but I didn't think Jalen would ever be as good as he is right now.
The reason I would be a little skeptical of that is because I think Milroe regressed. I think the last year he didn't look very good at all. He didn't look comfortable.
And he was the starter. He never
and
left.
This was his fourth year. Yeah. I mean, Hurts has a tremendous work ethic. That kid has high character. Not saying that Milroe doesn't, but you're talking about an elite mindset when you talk about Jalen Hurts. Squats over 600 pounds. First guy in the locker room. Last guy to leave. I mean,
Dad was a high school coach.
Yeah, so you're talking about a drive that is elite. So Milroe may have that. Milroe may be a great quarterback, but just like Jim says, when you pop on the tape, I don't see an NFL-style quarterback. You got to win from the pocket when it becomes playoff time, and we've seen that a little bit with Lamar Jackson, even though he's gotten a lot better. Can he get better? Of course. Everybody's going to get better with good coaching, but man, Anthony Richardson's a very good comparison for what I've seen, and it just hasn't worked for him either. And
then here's the why I was thinking of this when you were talking. here's been Milroe's coaches in college. He had Nick Saban as his coach for 3 years, 4 years, whatever it was. And then he had the guy who replaced Nick Saban, whose winning record had his previous team in a national championship the previous year. So between those two coaches, you're not going to progress any more than what you have right now.
Right.
So to me, that tells me it's not the coaching part. It's got to be him. Man, I don't know. That after that LSU game, when he looked so good, and that was the last time he looked good. I'm talking about Milroe now. I mean, he lit them up. And I was like, oh my God, they finally figured it out. Not so much.
But then you look at the Tennessee game, then you look at the Oklahoma game. Well, I mean, and it's just like, wow.
When Jim was talking earlier, it reminded me so much what Saban said, but you didn't say but. Everything he said, then he pointed out correctly, but Saban would have said but. Right. And you don't want any buts. And just like you look at his last 3 games, Oklahoma. Remember that?
Yep.
How many points Alabama scored? 3?
Yeah.
Okay, then
I'll give him 10 because Ryan Williams' touchdown was a little shady.
Well, against Auburn, he looked pretty good. Then against Michigan, it was like nobody practiced all 3 weeks. The whole team looked pathetic. So I don't know. But it's like they say, you don't want any buts. I watched him play. I just don't think he's an NFL quarterback. And he might prove us all to be idiots.
Yeah,
I think he's got a space in the NFL.
He can play receiver. He can play running back.
A lot of things.
Yeah, he can play. He'd be a free. The guy's a freak athlete.
I just think if you're investing a first-round pick in a quarterback, you expect them to come in and be a franchise quarterback at some point. And I just don't see that.
Real quick, there was talk. They said, will the Pittsburgh Steelers go after him and try to develop him?
With a 2nd or 3rd round pick, I would be one of those guys that would take him, try to develop him.
Yeah.
I mean, but if you're talking about top of the 1st round, you expect those guys to maybe not year 1, but year 2, year 3 to be a franchise type quarterback. That's why you invest the 1st round pick in a quarterback at the top of the draft. I wouldn't do that, but 2nd, 3rd round, I definitely would take that type of athlete and see if I couldn't develop it. I mean, that's what NFL coaches want to do. They see a tremendous athlete. Oh, I can work with that. You know, we'll fix his mechanics. We'll fix his, drop back passing. We'll fix his ability to read this type of defense and build an offense strength to his strengths, kind of like they do with Justin Fields a little bit.
All right, we get back. And by the way, I do love the Steelers. I wish they would get him. I wish they would develop him. I wish it would be a Cinderella story, but we shall see.
Yeah, they need a quarterback, though. Yeah. Mason Rudolph is now their starting quarterbacks.
I can't imagine.
But I really thought, like y'all pointed out, I really thought he would improve and do something special this year. After the Georgia game, everybody was so high. Heisman Trophy winner, front runner right now. Alabama ranked #1 in the country. What do we do the next week? We go play Vandy at Vandy and get embarrassed. Yeah. So, all right.
Yep.
Let's talk with some of our wonderful people. Stevenson Air Conditioning, one of the few things you can purchase to pay for yourself. You save money every single month with your power bill. Don't use anybody but local people throughout the Panhandle of Florida. You use Stevenson Air Conditioning. That's all you got to remember. Go with Jason. Go with Stevenson Air Conditioning. They're #1. Beefro Brody's in Lynn Haven. I'll talk more about them in just a second. If I'm heading over to Lynn Haven, though, I'm going to go see Russ, Amber. What am I going to see him about? What would I see these two young, beautiful people about?
One-of-a-kind woman and you're thinking about asking her to hitch up with you, you want to get her a one-of-a-kind engagement ring, and David Adamson Designer Jewelry can not only design a ring, but they can design it and have it ready to put on her finger within 10 days so you can get married on the beach just like you've always wanted to. David Adamson Designer Jewelry, Highway 77 in Lynn Haven.
They do a great job. And they will bargain with you. They're really good. They'll buy stuff from you. They're really good people. Check it out. We talked about it a minute ago, Dr. Ward, and other locals, taking care of locals throughout the Panhandle of Florida. Everywhere you're at, listening right now, there's an office near you. 5 minutes can save your life. Dr. Ward. Go check him out. Listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. El Rodeo Tequila Bar Grill, 2 great locations now. 23rd Street, right here across the Navy base, and down on Front Beach Road. Go check it out. We think you'll love it. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill. Speaking of bars, J. Michael's Restaurant on Thomas Drive, the best seafood, the coldest beer, the legendary J. Michael's. We shall return. Auburn on deck.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, your exclusive home for March Madness.
And it goes for the win!
We'll bring you every game live. It's the NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament, college basketball's premier event, and it's alright here.
And the dream is alive!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
The dream, yes!
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Tuesday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a gentle breeze out of the south-southwest, mostly sunshine and 76. A variety of some clouds and slight fog tonight, about the same at 68. Tomorrow, slightly foggy in the morning and then some sun and a gentle breeze right around 11 miles per hour with a high of 79. About the same at 78 Thursday, and we'll have some sun. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
With over 65 years of combined experience, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to help you take your collection to the next level. They carry all the new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia, and supplies. New and vintage cards and Pokemon. They sell and trade cards and are always looking to buy. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards is open 7 days a week at 752 West 23rd Street, down from Academy Sports. It can always be reached at InstantReplaySportsCards.com.
Are you looking for a place to take a leak? Do you have a truck, tractor, or other hydraulic equipment leaking or not performing as it should? At Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, we can get you back to work. Do you have a busted or leaking hose? We can typically replace them while you wait. Hydraulic cylinder or pump needing repair? In many cases, we can have it back to you the next day. Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, 6840 Highway 77 in Southport, just south of Tractor Supply. The best place in town to take a leak.
He's a 10-foot-tall, barrel-chested beast man who showers in vodka and feeds his baby shrimp scampi.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Please welcome.
Ain't gonna hurt.
Live and local from the J. Michaels studio, the Coach James Hale Show, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Eagle, hey, Martha, Kenny, James, Jenner, Steve.
What'd you say, Glenn Manley?
Elizabeth.
Manley.
Segris.
Glenn Manley.
Big time. We're talking big people, big money people, big names. Steve Segris. Elizabeth. Glenn Manley. Eugene Glenn Manley. No. Hey, Auburn, update. Get out to B4 Brace, Lynn Haven. We always talk about wonderful, wonderful people. I love Pat. And what he does, Jason, it's like people work at your place. I go in there, they're friendly, they treat you, they get up. I like that. The way you treated let me say this, you always remember kindness.
Right.
You remember that. Rude people.
I'm still waiting.
Negative people. You want to stay away from those.
You always remember them, too.
Yeah,
the wrong
but you
way.
want to stay away. But the positive people, you always be around that.
Yeah.
And people remember that. And that's what you remember when you go to B4 Braceland Heaven. You walk in, it's like they know your name. They treat you so well. The service is unbelievable. The food's great. TV's everywhere. You watch all the sporting events. Pat does a great job, top to bottom, everything there. We always have great times with them.
And their regulars are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
They really are.
They're good people.
The food's priced right, too. I mean, they have them $10 wings for forever. I'm not sure if they do now. I don't want to.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow, 10 wings inside.
Nice. Let's go.
Yeah. Get out to B4 Brace. Some coach sends you. And he's also the city commissioner of Lynn Haven. Pat, love you, brother. I'm glad he's over there getting that stuff. I told him to get over there and get it. You don't, listen. If you go, and I'm not going to mention a store, Publix, if you go in there and you buy vitamins from there, and you're not getting the best.
We got him on the right track.
Money.
We got him on the right track.
Yeah, get him off that crap.
He's he looks good though, man. He's taking control of himself, so he's doing really well. So I'm happy for him, but we're helping him out a little bit.
Well, I'm going to say this. You were talking about the Auburn situation at freshman quarterback Bryce Knight is on. He's ahead of schedule. This is the coaching staff talking about him. This kid was a great high school football player from this great state of Mississippi who committed to Notre Dame. Auburn decided to recruit him, and they got him. They took him away from Notre Dame, and watch out for this guy. He's getting a lot more reps this spring than normal. Auburn's quarterback room is a little bit smaller. They can get more reps because you got less players playing quarterback right now. Now, we all know what we're all thinking about. Oklahoma transfer, Arnold. maybe the guy. You know, he played at Oklahoma. He's one of the highly decorated high school quarterbacks coming out. Signs with Oklahoma, starts, transfers to Auburn. I don't know who it's going to be, but don't sleep on Knight. But Jim and I were talking between the break. It's so hard at that position where you got to read coverages. You're the coach on the field when you play quarterback. To me, it's hard to win as a true freshman week one.
Oh, for sure.
As the season goes on, maybe, but week one is pretty tough.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I just don't see it at any school.
Plus, with the RPOs now, the offenses are so much more complex. You're reading, defensive backs. You're reading the linebackers. So it's a much different game. Now, if you grow up in that system, then you get a little head start. But I don't even know if he enrolled early. I'm not sure. If he did, that's a big, plus for him to be able to get developed. But
we're going to get to Auburn basketball. We got a caller. Let me take this call and we'll come back. But keep an eye on Knight. He's a left-handed quarterback. He can run and throw. Great athlete. He's the real deal. They've got players at all. It's time to win. It's no more talking.
They got the receivers. The offensive line's the only thing I don't really have a feel on yet.
Look at the basketball team. You can win at Auburn.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
Football is a football powerhouse. Let's bring him on. Good morning, sir.
Anybody home?
Hello. Good morning. Hello.
Wildcat, where'd they go?
What are you doing, Wildcat?
I don't know. Looks like you're still there. Caller, you there?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Ask him again.
Caller, wake up.
Call back.
Get out of the refrigerator and get on the telephone.
Hello.
All right, don't call back.
They'll call back. Call us back. I apologize. I forgot you were on the phone.
Now, while we're talking about Auburn, it's going to be going to basketball here. I want to know why the ESPN gurus didn't set up the schedules for the possibility of Florida playing Auburn for the whole thing.
We get abused.
Instead of playing in a
I agree with you. I mean, that's wrong. That's wrong.
That's unfair. We don't get any
help at all.
They should win the championship just on that alone.
Exactly. Thank you, Jim. I mean, they ripped us off every time.
The sad thing is there's people out there who believe that.
It's also a risk that they may not get any teams if they were split and Duke and Houston. At least they're going to get one in. But I will say this. I think Auburn's playing as good as anybody. I was really surprised because at the end of the year, like we talked about, they lost 3 or 4.
Right.
Thought they were struggling, kind of, scuffling a little bit on offense. But, man, Broome has taken over. That kid's tremendous. Michigan State's a good team, and they were never in that game. I mean, we got to 6 or 7 points, but it was never close, to be honest.
Right.
I think this is a really, really tough matchup for Florida.
The one thing about Bruce Pearl's teams is they play really hard for him.
For sure. And you can see
they play hard, man.
They love it.
Yeah, they love him.
We just got through looking at Vegas odds. This is totally different now. And Jason, you hit on this a minute ago. If you look what they're coming out of Vegas, they're talking about this. The 4 teams in the Final Four, rank them, and I got this little article here. But the Vegas was totally different. Vegas had Houston, the 3rd best team in it. Houston, as you pointed out, is an unbelievable, great defense.
Oh, for sure. That's Kelvin Sampson's staple there.
Yeah. Number 1 defensive country in teams, 3 points, percentage shots. They kind of shut that down.
Yeah, you think?
But in this survey, or this article, they ranked them the 4th team, the 4th being the weakest, and Vegas had them the 3rd best team. Now, in this article, they flipped it. Auburn supposedly is the 3rd best team in the Final Four. It's not a one-man show with Broome either. Everybody thinks he's hurt. Auburn will have a shot. It obviously is going to hurt if he's not 100% healthy.
Yeah.
Jamie said after the game, he acted fine, didn't look like as much pain. Did you see it? His elbow looked like it popped out.
Plus, he wasn't using it the last third of that game.
No, he wasn't. Did you see him rebound that ball one-handed?
Yeah, he threw a couple passes one-handed. His free throw, he was just like holding his left arm there. I hope he's healthy because I want to see Auburn full strength.
Why would you let that kid back in the game, though, knowing that he's got a large career ahead of him? Why take that chance?
You know what I loved about that? I'm glad you brought that up. This day and time, 90% of them wouldn't even look to go back out there.
Right.
He loves Auburn. He loves his players. He loves his coaching. He went and talked to his mom and dad. They show him, and you could read his lips talking to somebody, I'm done, I'm out. He was hurting.
Right.
They go back there. Now, I don't know if they deadened it up, and I don't think they did, but I know they did the x-rays. It was fine. They taped him up, and he came, and he saw that they needed him. He wouldn't praise it. I'm going in. He told the coach, I'm going in. I love that, man.
Yeah.
I love that from a player.
I mean, if you look at the Cooper Flagg injury, it looked just as equally as bad. I think he would be playing in, at least the first week of the tournament. So these kids are so athletic, so flexible nowadays. I mean, even these like.
Wouldn't that speak of the character of those guys?
For sure.
Why do you think they're playing for a champion? They're the difference between.
If he was playing for money, he would have sat out.
Right.
And he's not. He wants to win a title. I mean, he's been there. That's a veteran group. Like you said, they love Bruce Pearl. Bruce Pearl loves them. That team's they're a dangerous team right now. If he's healthy, I think I'm going to pick him to play beat Florida. But because Florida scuffled a little bit outside of Walter Clayton Jr., I think Auburn has a few more pieces.
And that's what NIL has done to the college game. They have that part of it is almost dead and gone, except for a few, where people used to grow up and they wanted to play at Ohio State. Right. They're going to go to Ohio State. Like in the state of Alabama, you grew up, you're going to play at Alabama, you're going to play at Auburn. We're not going to go to Oregon for money. We're not going to go to Ohio State for money. They do.
You got guys that have played on 2 or 3 different Final Four teams. You got a girl that played in 3 Elite Eight teams.
TJ Finley's played at 5 schools in 6 years.
Yeah, that girl that played for TCU, LSU, she's been to 3 Elite Eights with 3 different teams now. That's so crazy. The whole game's different now with NIL. And I think it's really hurt the lower, guys, the Cinderellas, because now the powers are going to pick up all these players and just poach them.
Now, in this rating, it was Houston, the weakest, and Auburn. Then it was Florida, and then Duke. Everybody's on the Duke bandwagon right now. But we got to remember, what you against Alabama one week, like the week, 2 days before Alabama looked unbeatable. You don't know. You never know.
But the thing that's so true in basketball, it happened to Alabama and it happened to Tennessee. You live by the three-pointer, you're going to die by it.
And matchups.
Tennessee was 1 for 17. I saw that. I go, are you kidding me?
Yeah, 15 points in the first half.
Yeah, and 15. And then, one game Alabama looks like the Golden State Warriors chunking the threes up, and the next game they don't make but like 5 or 6.
All right, he's giving me that look.
It's crazy.
We got to hush. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Dr. Chad Mitchell. This guy, you talking about loyal, hard worker, intelligent, and people from all around come just to be operate on the guy. And he doesn't need to do this. He doesn't need to waste his time every weekend taking care of Bay County athletes. But he's done it for 26 years. This will be his 26 years on Bay County sidelines. Last year, they recognized him at Arnold High School. I thought that was incredible, man. He saved so many players' career. Jeremy Hester would not have the career in life he has right now for Dr. Chad. That's a true story. The guy's incredible. He was done. Chad brought him in, worked on him, got him back on the field. He signs a full ride scholarship to Southern Mississippi. And as a true freshman, he's starting against Nebraska. He's starting against South Carolina. The guy, incredible. But Chad Mitchell, that would have never happened without Chad Mitchell. If you're injured in any way, you call, make an appointment with Chad Mitchell. Listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Hey, Steve's Bike Shop, you want a new bike? Hey, they got great old bikes. You need something replaced. You need something worked on. Steve's Bike Shop. Do you want one of these new electrical bikes? You got one, it broke down? Steve's Bike Shop for either the reason, to buy them, to get them built, to get them repaired. He does a great job. It's on 23rd Street. Go check it out. Steve's Bike Shop. Love Steve. Great man. Local 115, downtown historical Bay County. We'll be right back. Wildcat, Jason, Jim, we in Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. The NCAA Men's Basketball Championship Tournament plays here.
4-3. Got it.
Listen to the madness.
The San Diego State Aztecs, for the first time, will head to the Final Four.
March Madness continues.
Miami is going to the Final Four.
Exclusively on ESPN Northwest Florida.
The two-handed slam. Yep.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Have you tried hands-free Skechers slip-ins yet? Because if you haven't, you're missing out on technology that changes how you think about shoes. First, these are not just regular slip-on shoes. They're not just a pair of loafers without laces. But what makes them different is the technology inside that lets you just step into them. There's a built-in hidden shoehorn that slides your foot in, so they look, feel, and wear just like a pair of shoes you're used to. Except you don't have to bend down, struggle to put them on, or touch them. Try them at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Dothan and Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
He doesn't try on clothes at the department stores. He just rips stuff off the hanger and lives with the consequences for years.
It's classy, it's intriguing.
He's sexy, sassy, and full of spunk.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Tonight at 6 o'clock, Lorelei Hale has a play she's in at Petronas. I will be there watching that. One of the future actors, and she'll probably win
an Oscar.
An Oscar later in life.
Yeah. What's she going to play? Who's she going to be?
I don't know. I really don't. She told me she was
Bear
all
Bryant.
Doesn't matter.
Elvis. It's going to be Elvis.
She come running the house.
Glenn Manley.
She ran the house. She said, "Papa, you got to come tomorrow night." I said, I got a speaking part. She did. She did.
I'm going to be talking.
I'm going to talk. And she was all pumped up.
That means she's getting paid great.
Yeah, I will be there. I will be there. Anyway.
Don't be heckling anybody either. Yeah. My granddaughter's better.
Hush. Don't listen to her.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What she said.
God, where were we? Oh. What were we just talking about? I wanted to talk about something. What the heck was it? Oh, let's get this out real quick. USA Today baseball poll. I pumped up. And okay, this is the reason I want to bring it up. There were two of them, these two polls, and I got to complain about them. And let me get to them. Number one, Tennessee, I get it. Back-to-back national championship. They're really good. 26-2. Outstanding. Arkansas got a great team. They're 26-3. Georgia's number 3, 28-2. FSU, as Jim pointed out, they're still number 4. They're 23-4. And then go back to the SEC. Texas, 23-3. At number 6, LSU, 26-3. Then you go to the ACC again. It's number 7, 26-5. Go back to the SEC. Alabama Crimson Tide, 25-4. Oklahoma, which they just beat, is 22-5, and Ole Miss 21-6. So out of the top 10 teams in the country, 8 are from the SEC. The other 2 are from the ACC. I got a problem with this. Number 16 in this particular poll is the Golden Eagles of Southern Mississippi, the Harvard of the South, which is really, it's so hard for them to have great football and baseball teams because, as you know, back when I tried to get in there, the standards were so high. The GPA I had to have, the test scores I had to have was almost impossible. It was almost impossible to achieve.
You can't spell ACT, okay?
Notre Dame, Stanford, and Southern Miss.
Yes, exactly. And, this highly educated degree I have has really helped me through. But listen, they beat Ole Miss like a drum. They beat Ole Miss like a drum because they're in the SEC. Ole Miss is ranked 10th and Southern Mississippi 16th. Does head-to-head not count?
No.
Now he's worried about the SEC bias.
I don't like it. The SEC gets any way they can help them, they do.
You're wearing 2 hats today. What's going on with you?
Well, because if it's hurt Southern Mississippi, I get mad.
Right.
Heck with the rest of the country.
But it helps Alabama, so... Georgia's actually really good. That's the team we haven't talked about.
Georgia hits more home runs than about anybody.
Ripping. I mean, they're hitting the cover off the ball.
They are. And remember, that wasn't too long ago, we were talking about Georgia's not very good in baseball. Right. And look what happened. They make a coaching change. Coaching is so important across the board.
Look at Texas. Yeah. Took Texas A&M's coach. They were preseason number 1. Now they're out of the top 25. And Texas, 5th or 6th or something?
Now we can finally get into the Big Ten here in a minute. Number 11, Oregon State.
Yes.
And then Oregon State. And right behind them, out of the Big Ten, Oregon.
Let's go. We're dominating. We're there.
Baby, Big
We're
10.
taking over baseball. We did
10.
football the last 2 years.
Big 10.
There you go.
Big 10.
Is that what we're supposed to do after we win in all those national championships?
Yes.
Be annoying and
then
reach for the whole
Urban
conference.
is number 13. 14, back to the ACC, North Carolina. Then we get back to the Big Ten. UCLA, 16th, the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles. We're ahead of Auburn. Auburn Tigers are 17th in the nation. 18th is Louisville. 19th is Dallas Baptist. 20 is Vandy. 21 is Troy. Troy always has a good baseball program. They got good players there. 22 is Georgia. They were good in basketball, Troy was also.
Yeah.
But I told everybody they're not going to beat Kentucky. That's a totally different world.
Oh, yeah.
Georgia Tech's 22. ACC and SEC dominate. 23 is Wake Forest. And 24, Coastal Carolina. 25, West Virginia. So that's your top 25.
See, there's not one team above the Ohio River in there. No. Not one. And the ones that you say for our Big Ten, those are all on the West Coast. That's the Pac-10.
Yeah, those are the Pac-12.
That's the reason y'all brought them in.
Weather influences this more than anything. I mean,
I agree.
It's just
every now and then they have like a Michigan or Indiana that sneaks in
Notre
there.
Dame a couple years ago.
Yeah, but it's so tough to recruit baseball players to the North when you're going to miss 2 months out of the season.
Money. We're talking about money right now. Hear me out. We're talking about big-time money. Big, huge money. People that give money to these universities, they get what they want. Ryan Mulvey demanded Coastal Carolina give free food at the concession stands. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw. I didn't really read it very much, but I saw it.
Now, we're talking pretzels, sodas, hot dogs, popcorn.
What about beer?
I didn't see beer on there.
They better hope LSU don't come to town.
Yeah, I don't think that's part of the deal.
They will drink them out of business.
But when Ryan Mulvey speaks, people listen there. When he wants things to happen, it happens.
That's why he won the #1 personality in Bay County. Not James Hale.
Best of Bay.
Best of Bay, baby.
Are you going to launch a big...
We're trying to help you out here, Ryan.
I'm not even going to talk about Best of Bay anymore.
We got to launch
we
got to get you
I
back
called
in the
Trump
circle.
about that. He said, don't complain. It doesn't help. I said, okay.
Elon Musk can give a Doge investigation here and get this stuff straightened out.
That's what I tried to get him to do it, and they told me to shut up.
What are you going to do?
But I think that's pretty doggone cool that Ryan did this at Coastal Carolina. Free concessions for home games. How can they afford to do it? Ryan must be deep pockets.
They must be.
Is that football, baseball, basketball?
Football. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
You know how much revenue you'd lose?
Tons. I mean, you talk about, what, 40, at least 1,000 people? I don't know how many seats there at Stadium holds. I'm just kind of guessing.
Coastal Carolina just announced all concession stands will be
that
free.
has to be a They probably give them like a bologna sandwich, a bag of Doritos, and a water bottle.
Now, wait a minute. How many times can you go out there and do it?
It better not be multiple.
Don't you know certain people will take advantage of that?
Business in like one game.
Those peanut M&Ms, you don't think I'd tear those things up?
Come up there with a Publix bag. You just fill it up, baby.
Yeah.
Dr. Peppers. Halloween's coming up.
I know. I went to Florida State game. My Dr. Pepper cost me $8. So,
This is a great deal, man. So, Ryan Mulvey, I take my hat off to you. God bless you.
That's why I posted.
I want to see the ticket prices.
I can't see a big time program doing that.
Yeah.
100,000 people and free concessions? Are you kidding?
That's where they make a good portion of their money on game day.
Yeah, like wow.
That's why you pay like.
Who's stroking a check for that one?
They better have a big time booster over there, or they just raise ticket prices.
Yeah, one or the other.
I just got a text. My daughter goes, lightning can come through houses. There's a house in Hoover got struck by lightning, just completely, deadly.
Yeah.
And she just asked the question. I didn't know lightning can go through a house.
She went to Southern Miss, right?
Yeah.
She got a degree from Florida State. Thank
you
very
go.
Well, anyway, all right. Do we got time to do anything else? Okay. You sure? In Alabama, you will not get free.
Put on, this is a man's world. Put on.
In Alabama, you're not going to get free concessions. At Florida State, you're not going to get free. And what about the Buckeye Land? They give out free stuff there?
No.
No.
You know how much money they make? We got 100,000 people buying.
A lot.
You got to stand in line forever to get it.
Think about 100,000 people and $10 beers. I mean, that's a lot of money because they don't pay $10.
Now, in Ohio State, do they quit? In Alabama, they quit selling in the third quarter.
I think that's everywhere now.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Okay, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
It is kind of weird that you get totally S-faced and then get in your car and leave the stadium with 88,000 other drunk people.
100,000 people driving back to Birmingham.
I know in Gainesville, they used to let the kids go out at halftime, and then they were able to come back in. I don't know if they still do that. That didn't make any sense to me.
Nah, because what they're doing in the parking lot ain't exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, how much time we got? Because I don't have enough time. All right, I'm just 1 minute. Okay, I don't have enough time. But Jason, I'm going to give you some love. Again, there's so many great products that you guys do. Now, it's not just getting big muscles and getting stronger and faster. That's a lot of it.
Right.
They can help you with that. But as you get older, you can't sleep. Frank and Barbara down there, they're from Cleveland, Ohio. They got a place here. They've gone left back early because of the shootings at Pier Park. I hate that for them.
Right.
But, they live wherever they want to live in the country. But they were like me. They had a hard time sleeping. They got this product from you. Now they're sleeping well. Jason, we talk about the joint boost. Glenn Manley's shoulders are killing him. He takes it. It works. Wildcat, well, we do the best we can. I mean, some bodies you just can't.
Somebody, Dr. Mitchell looked at my foot, took an x-ray of it, and said, you got problems. And I went to Jason and got me a jug of that
joint boost.
Have you done what I told you to do? Is get off the cholesterol medicine and get on the natural stuff? Have you done that yet?
That's
okay.
next.
I take the fish oil. I take his multivitamin. I do this, the food that they plan the meals out. We were doing that. There's ways to take care of yourself without going to get on prescription medicine that has 20,000 different side effects. But you guys talk about that. Not just the protein and all the other stuff. Y'all got all across the board, all kind of things.
No, some of our anti-aging wellness products are some of the best products that we sell. You talked about the Somata Max, which is the sleep aid. It doesn't knock you out. It helps you achieve REM sleep. That's when you repair brain cells, nerve cells. That's why you wake up and you're rested. You feel energized. So that's a great product. We also have the BPC TB500s. Those are peptides. Those are healing peptides. They're phenomenal for connective tissue injuries, blood vessel remapping, nerve endings. These are what professional athletes are using nowadays. It can help with arthritis. They're not just for athletes, but they are tremendous healing products. Those are some of our best-selling products. Our multivitamins are cold filtered. They're raw powders. A lot of people taking these Centrums and tablets and stuff. Those are just dead vitamins. If the multivitamin is not a live raw powder, it's not going to work for your body. It's not going to attach to receptors. It's not going to do anything. So our greens are really good. One of the things that you can come down and utilize is our free sample bar. Come down and just try some of these products. We have samples on Somata Max. We have samples on our, multivitamins, our greens, our protein, stuff like that. So just come down, talk to us, utilize the free sample bar, and talk to our certified sports nutritionist on how we can get you on the path to being healthy again.
Yeah, you got professionals across the board down there that can help you. If you're a son or daughter and you might have a son or daughter who has a weight problem, might have some health issues, go see Jason. I'm telling you, he will help you.
And if I don't know the answer, I'll help you find it. I'm not going to be somebody that's just going to lie to you just to sell you something. We're here to help people and get people in shape and get people healthy. So if I don't know the answer, I'll research it. We'll figure it out. But I'm not going to tell you something.
Tell me where the two great locations are at.
We're on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village, right there at Suzuki's, Granny Cantrell's, Black Sheep Armory, and then we're in Pier Park North, right next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
I'm telling you about the line to get me a new roof. It's getting closer and closer, and I know who I'm going to go with. The legendary Kyle Vandergriff. His dad, Don, his mother, Judy. Legendary people. The way they have influenced people's lives here in Bay County is incredible, but their kids are outstanding. They are
You never know when lightning's going to come through your roof.
That's right, baby. And that's the reason you got to have a new roof. I will get one, and I'm going to go with TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. They're the best, and I'm going to go with the best. I love Kyle. TK Vandy Roofing. That's who you got to remember. You want a new roof. They do a great job. They design, they build, commercial, residential. They can do it all. They're unbelievable. You want your yard to look better. Don't want any insects inside your house. Turpro Pest Control can make it look beautiful, and they can take away the pests. They do a great job. Listen to Patrick every Monday, 8:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. And don't forget Kyle and his buddies down there at the local 115, downtown historical Bay County. They got some great Wednesday through Sunday. Go check it out. We think you'll love it. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
A two-run home run.
The Atlanta Braves are back.
Here comes the throw. It's late. Braves win.
And ESPN Northwest Florida is your exclusive radio home for Braves country.
He just wrecked that thing. Straight away center, a homer for Riley.
Sales, Strider, Slater, Acuna, Ozzie, Riley, Profar, and Coach Snitker lead a stellar lineup. Listen live nights and weekends on ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Tuesday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a gentle breeze out of the south-southwest, mostly sunshine and 76. A variety of some clouds and slight fog tonight, about the same at 68. Tomorrow, slightly foggy in the morning and then some sun and a gentle breeze right around 11 miles per hour with a high of 79. About the same at 78 Thursday, and we'll have some sun. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Discover Kia at Bill Bird Kia. The road is yours. Let spring adventures begin in a brand new Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Stop by today and check out the 2025 SUV family. Take a test drive and see the all-new features that elevate any adventure. And now offering 1.9% APR for up to 60 months on the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sportage. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. Bill Bird Kia is the home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at Bill Bird Kia, PanamaCity.com. We'll treat you like family and give you the peace of mind you can trust at Bill Bird Kia.
Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sportage. $1,748 per month per 1,000 finance in 60 months. Quantities limited. Cannot be combined with other finance offers. Not available on balloon financing. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers. Must take delivery from dealer stock through 4/30/25.
ESPN Northwest Florida. The tradition continues.
Lots of force on this one. Hello, Chop House. A 2-run homer.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Before you get started, I got an announcement that the new Coach James Hale Sings His Favorites CD is now out and available. And if you act now, it comes with a free video of him and Glenn Manley dancing in their Speedos. So if
doing the Macarena.
We went back and forth.
April Fools.
Remember, we went back and forth with this. We wanted to wait and let it come out for Christmas time. I thought we'd make more money then.
Do like an Elvis.
But they wouldn't.
Demand.
RCA was just freaking out, so we got to get it done now. So I got to cut some more songs before Christmas.
Yeah.
Just make sure Rocky Top's in there, because you nailed that one.
Yeah, I hit that pretty good.
I don't think you can improve on that.
I think it's going to go. It's going to be the Hale's Christmas songs. I think that's what we're going to focus on.
The Hale with Christmas
It worked for
songs.
Elvis.
Did you say the Hell with Christmas songs? Mr. Grinch over here.
It worked for
April
Elvis,
Fools.
man. Unbelievable. Yeah, I was going to do something real bad today, and I thought, nah.
I'm glad you didn't, because I always get in trouble for what you do.
James Hale sings "It Is a Man's World." I mean,
I'd love to record that one. All right, we went over the coaches, but I did want to get the D1s. It's a little bit different, mainly the same. Tennessee's number 1, Arkansas 2nd, Georgia's 3rd, Florida State's 4th, Texas 5th, same thing. I think Clemson is 7th in the other one. This one's their 6th, LSU's 7th, Alabama's 8th, Ole Miss is 9th in this one, Oklahoma 10th, Oregon State is 11th. Now, Oregon's not 12, as UC Irvine, I think it is 12th, 13th Southern Mississippi, and 14th UCLA. Oregon's 15th in the D1 poll compared to the coach, but a little bit different. Auburn's 16th, Dallas Baptist is 17th, Louisville 18th, North Carolina 19th, Troy 20th, Coastal Carolina 21, Ryan School, 22 Kansas State, 23 Vandy, 24 Arizona State, and 25 Georgia Tech. And softball, I hadn't looked up softball lately. I need to look tomorrow. I'll look up some softball stuff because they're usually really good. I'm sure it's going to be all SEC there, too. I want to ask your opinion about this, Jason and Jim. This is from CBS. This is the best college football. Speaking of songs, hey, Wildcat, we're speaking of, my record is coming out now, the one that we're going to cut and make for Christmas.
The one that's already available.
Yeah, you can get that online. You can go to Walmart. It's going to be sold there.
Anywhere your favorite music. Any of your app stores.
Pandora. Yeah, you can get. What's that one? what's it called? XM radio or something?
Yeah, there you go.
National.
Sirius Radio.
Yeah, I think we're going to be on that also. But now this fits in with this. They did a survey, which I don't like, but they had all of them. They had all of them, but I only did the top 8 to save time. College football best fan. Now, here's the word, not band, fan. Not band, fan. Songs. Coming in at number 8, which really hurts my heart, it should not be this low. Alabama Dixieland Delight, which is played in the fourth quarter, about 4 or 5 minutes left in the game. If you've never been to a game there, the place goes, especially a night game, it goes completely crowded. It's really impressive.
They went crazy at 115 that day we were there.
Yeah, that people were saying
that was fun.
Yeah. Now I want to ask you two about this. I had no idea about it. Go ahead.
Where is Welcome to the Jungle?
I'm working. I'm starting at 8. I'm going to number 1.
Okay.
And I will say you're going to be surprised. But I never heard this. I don't know anything about this one. You guys probably do, Big Ten guys. It says 7 Nations Army Penn State. What is that?
No idea.
Is it something really huge at Penn State? I mean, it made 7th in the nation.
I can't remember the actual song. I have to look it up.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big deal.
Whiteouts. It's pretty.
It's like a heavy headbanger rock and roll kind of song.
It is?
Yeah, and they basically just use the chorus.
Well, you read it, you think it's the most impressive thing on earth. I mean, and that Whiteout, I give them credit now. I don't care what y'all say about Penn State. They got good fans.
Oh, it's a tremendous environment. They and LSU, to me, are the 2 best environments in college football.
107,000, whatever it is.
And they're all
11,
rabid whiteouts. I mean, just and the stadium's loud.
Y'all got the biggest stadiums in the country.
Yeah.
Number 6.
And the best teams.
Last 2 years. Sandstorm, South Carolina. I've heard that's pretty cool. Jeremy has said that place is loud. They get into it there. Number 5. Now, I like this one. Jim, I think you've seen this one.
That was Sandman, not Sandstorm.
This is Sandstorm. Number South Carolina, Sandstorm.
Sandman is Virginia Tech.
Sandman.
Yeah, if you would listen.
Okay, I'm listening.
Sandstorm's like EDM, like what you call it type song.
Yeah. Number 5. I'll get to yours in a minute. Number 5. And I was talking to Jim Brandt.
What?
You've heard it. I've heard it. I love it. Down in Gainesville, I Won't Back Down.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. The whole stadium singing.
Yeah, they do a good job.
I think that should be higher than 5. That's just me. I think another survey where the Southeastern Conference gets screwed. Number 4, Michigan. What's Mr. Brightside? What is that?
No idea.
Guns N' Roses.
No idea.
I think it's Guns N' Roses.
Okay. It says Mr. Brightside, Michigan. Where's Michigan at when we need him?
I don't know. Working.
Yeah. But that's supposed to be a big deal. It's number 4 in the nation. I'm like you. I never even heard of that.
No idea.
And these are some of the things we don't know about. Enter Sandman, Virginia Tech, number 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good.
You would have waited.
That's what had me confused.
Yes.
Metallica, baby.
Now, number 2, I think is I do. I think this is pretty cool. I got to watch it firsthand when Alabama played them. But that jump around, and I've seen other videos, other games there. The jump around at Wisconsin that's good. That's one of the best out there. I think. You like it?
Yeah.
I think it's really good. Jason, you like it?
It's overdone, but okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's lost its luster over the last 10 years, but in the first 5 years, it was really fun to watch.
And the number 1, and we'll all sing it for your pleasure going out today.
No, we won't.
West Virginia, Country Road.
John Denver.
Country Road,
Rest of
take me home. I used to love that song. What was that coming out about the late 68, 69?
No, that was
later than that.
That was mid-70s.
70s. Man, that was a great song. Country Road, Take Me. That was the number 1 song. Y'all, what do you think? That's pretty good?
I think that's
got a minute.
Good.
Jason, real quick, Max Fit Sports Nutrition.
Yeah, so I'll be on 23rd Street today, 10 to 5:30. But yeah, come down, check out. Yeah, no.
I caught him off guard. He wasn't focused.
Yeah.
What were you reading?
Just a text from somebody that says, does Coach Hale's music CD come with a rubber mallet so I can bash my brain in while listening to it?
Yes.
All right, y'all going to help me? How much time we got?
You got 30 seconds.
Y'all help me with this, really.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Country road, take me home to a place where
I belong.
West Virginia,
Mountain Mama.
Mama,
take me home.
My grandma used to play that song for us.
Put on the Pink Floyd for him.
Money. That's a great song.
It is.
Hey,
I love it.
That hammer.
Put some Man's World on here for him.
Trouble for that
It's a
one.
man's world.
That's the greatest song ever written. If they just follow it, we'd be in great. Anyway, all right, we'll see you tomorrow. David's got the underdogs later. Ron, and he's got the inside drive. Leave it right here, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Atlanta Braves baseball is back.
Swing and a drive. That's hammered deep right. He jumped on one and hits a homer.
We're your exclusive radio home for the Atlanta Braves.
At the wall. It is gone. A grand slam for Acuna.
Hear every exciting home run, every